All right, welcome to the Being Where Curiosity Stares conversation, taking us a step further into the future we desire. I'm Sunas Nathaniel, and as always, we bring you the issues that matter, the voices that challenge, and the insights that inspire. Today we have two important issues at hand. First, we will be looking at the presidential amnesty controversy, addressing the allegations against Chief Dennis Otuaru, and the second issue we'll be addressing today would be youths at the corridors of power. How inclusive has the Nigerian government been, and what needs to change? Let's quickly get right into the conversation. Joining me now for the first crucial discussion is Dr. Theophilus Alayi, the president of the Ijaw Youth Council Worldwide. Dr. Theophilus, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, let's get straight to it. My first question would be, what real value are we getting from the presidential amnesty program as we speak? Is it an initiative that has, that is working, or is it something that has lost its value over time? One that has stayed its welcome, overstayed its welcome? How is it relevant to the youth of today?
Thank you very much, Mr. Nathaniel. The amnesty program, the initiative itself, is one laudable program or initiative that the Nigerian government and the people of the Niger Delta has successfully implemented. And in as much as the amnesty program is concerned, it's a win-win situation for the Nigerian government and the people of the Niger Delta. Why do I say so? The amnesty program, after its initiation and implementation, a lot of rascality, militancy, agitations within the Niger Delta reduced to a large extent. And with the implementation of the establishment of the amnesty program, we also noticed that the oil and gas industry returned back to its normal position where there are no form of disturbance. And the reason why the amnesty program was established to a larger extent was to see how they can return peace, stability in the Niger Delta region. And at least with the establishment of the amnesty program, we have achieved that to a larger extent. However, the design of the program to a larger extent did not really stand or meet to the expectations of the people of the Niger Delta. Why do I say so? When the program was introduced, when the amnesty was granted to our people, when our boys agreed to drop the arms to give peace a chance, the federal government in its own side agreed that those infrastructural deficiencies, those human capital development that the people of the Niger Delta are crying for will be implemented, like portable pipe-borne water, health facilities, quality education, good roads, and electricity. And to a larger extent, after 14 years of this program, we haven't seen that. Why to the side of the people of the Niger Delta? To a larger extent, they have kept to their own part of the agreement by not going into the armed struggle. Also, although we still have some pockets of those within the armed struggle in the Niger Delta, but that's compared to what was, how it was in 2005 before the amnesty program. At least the people of the Niger Delta have kept to their side of the agreement, and to a larger extent, we have gained successes. We have recorded successes through the amnesty program that was initiated by the federal government. So I will say, in one aspect, it has gotten the needed results by reducing militancy in the Niger Delta region, while on the other hand, the promises that were made by the federal government to the people of the Niger Delta has not really been met. So it's a mixed approach, or it's a mixed result. The people that the amnesty was granted to as people to their own part of the agreement, while on the side of the federal government, they haven't kept to their own part of the deal by giving all the needed rapid development that they promised us when our people were dropping the arms. So I would say that the program has met its expectation to a larger extent, although the federal government has not been sincere to decide or on their part of the agreement to give the Niger Delta people the needed infrastructural development.
All right, Dr. Alayi, the major reason why we have station right now is because there's currently an allegation of fraud and misappropriation, against the boss of the presidential Amnesty program. That's Dr. Dennis Otuaru. And one major reason why we are here is to say, hey, the Ijaw youths have been pushing the narrative and say, yes, you guys are witch hunting this man. You guys have no basis for which you are accusing him. And then the question I want to ask, which is why you are here, are the youths only reacting based on the fact that this man in question is of the Ijaw extraction? Or are they saying that they have investigated and they have found out that he has no part in whatever fraud, whatever misappropriation, whatever crime they must be accusing him of? Why that push? Because it's a very heavy push and that's why it's trending. The question is, what really has he done, to say that is why he should remain there? And why are the youths so solidly right now behind him?
The current administrator of the Amnesty program, Chief Dennis Otuaru, is one person that we all know very well as someone that has been in the struggle. The Amnesty program, in as much as we can keep good record, when it was established under the Yar'Adua administration, the first coordinator that we had was Timi Alabi, and Timi Alabi subsequently handed over to Kingsley Kuku. These two persons were at the initial stage of de-radicalization and demobilization. The Amnesty has its own faces. What we are having presently is the area of reintegration. And Dennis Otuaru as an individual is someone that is grounded with the struggle of the people of the Niger Delta. We cannot take that away from the person that is at the helm of affairs in the Amnesty office. Be that as it may, everybody has his own challenges when you come to administration. And every person also have the right to agitate. But your agitations must be genuine. This is the first time after the likes of Timi Alabi and Kingsley Kuku that we are having a substantive administration in the Amnesty office, where you can have the free will to manage the affairs of the people and how the people of the Niger Delta that has been rammed can be reintegrated back to society. And believe you me, from 2009 when the amnesty was granted to the people and the financial involvement that was given to the Amnesty office was about 65 billion naira annually. From 2009 to date, that has been still the money that has been pushed to the Amnesty office on yearly basis, despite the fact that there are some form of inflation and all the rest. So there is no person that will come into the Amnesty office and will not face challenges. We have been calling on our people to see how they can rally around the current administrator to see how he can succeed. There is no office, no administration work that is easy. So we don't want people to be given flimsy excuses. Rather, we want people to run around the administrator to see how we can succeed as a people. There are a lot. We are now calling that there are some pockets of health struggle that is being noticed in the Niger Delta region. We are also begging on the federal government to see how they can open more windows to accommodate people in the Amnesty program, to see how they can completely de-radicalize the entire Niger Delta area in order for oil and gas activities, in order for business to boom. So people accusing and distracting the Amnesty coordinator is not to the best interest of the Ijaw ethnic nationality and the Niger Delta at large. There is no person that has come into office that will meet the demands of all and sundry. It has never happened. Some persons that you see that are agitating are not even people that have dropped their arms. They are not even captured in the Amnesty program. And for the 8 years period of President Muhammadu Buhari, the Amnesty office was in shambles because they put what we call entry administration that does not have what it takes to completely manage the affairs of the Amnesty program. And this man that is at the head of our affair today has also inherited some problems that has already been brought in by the past administrations. So what we want is that we want all and sundry in the Niger Delta to give peace a chance, support the incumbent administrator to succeed. And the same thing applies to the NDDC. They say you must not always call your own to be fired. The person that you want them to fire, if the next man come, what makes you think that that person will be better? Why don't we call critical stakeholders to see how we can interface and we resolve our grievances? My appeal to the people...
In 2 minutes, President, can you hear me? In 2 minutes, can you state categorically what this man has done that is laudable within the period you have assessed?
Number one, when we talk about survival of the amnesty program, we are talking about training and retraining. When we train our people, we now have the opportunity to reintegrate them into society. Today, the Otuaru have started the educational program. He has been consistent with the payment of their monthly stipends for those that were captured in the program. He has also started the training program. People have been sent into the educational sector. Some person has been pushed to the university to do both their first degree and their second degree. Also, in the area of human capital development, persons have been sent to training center where they can acquire skill, so that at the end of the day, they can be easily reintegrated into society. So to a large extent, the man has come up with the clear template of how the amnesty program was designed. But, you know, as I said earlier before, it is not possible to carry on all sectors at the same time. It must be gradual step, one step after the other. And with what he has done for this short period of time, we believe that he is on the right path and the right direction. So we are calling on all and sundry to give him the needed support. If there are grievances that is standard, there are these our national leaders in the Niger Delta, particularly the Ijaw extraction, that we can lay our complaints to. And Dennis, the coordinator of the amnesty program, can be called upon. Dennis also have people that has his ears. Why don't we channel our problems to some of these areas rather than always calling for our own to be dropped? We cannot allow people to antagonize the amnesty program to keep the coordinator off balance. It is only when he is focused and balanced that we will benefit as a people. The program has come to stay, and I can tell you that the amnesty program has bring relative peace to the Niger Delta, and we will want the federal government to, as a matter of urgency, to see how even the budget in the amnesty office can be reviewed upward. We believe that from 2009, 65 billion was approved. By this time, we were expecting that at least the amnesty budget would have gone at least to 200 billion naira, so that the reintegration of the people can be achieved. Because inflation and high cost of goods are also causing hindrances on the area of reintegration.
Right,
so,
Dr. Theophilus, thank you very much. I think you have really made that point clear as regards what should happen with regards to amnesty. Thank you very much for coming on the program today.
Thank you very much for having me.